Hello and welcome back to another episode of World Tour on Football Manager 2021, and we are back with our third season in charge of Sligo Rovers. Of course, today's episode is going to be the first two games of the season. Since last episode, we've played our friendly matches. We've lost three of them, two against the two Glasgow sides of Celtic and Rangers, and then won four of them. Not really going to go into too much detail on that, but there has been some movement in the transfer market, so we will take a look at that. So, first off, we signed someone. Derek Meaney, we signed on a free transfer from St Pat's Athletic. He's a centre-back. He's going to give us good options as backup at centre-back. You can see he's got tackling of 14, marking of 9 and heading of 9. Very good attribute. He's only 19 as well, quite high determination, so he's got the opportunity to improve too, so he's going to be a decent backup for us at centre-back this season. Of course, as we already knew, Emmett Keady has left us. He's gone to Dundalk on a free transfer. Unfortunately, we did try and get some money for him, but Dundalk just weren't budging, so we've had to say goodbye to him. He's a very good player, and hopefully he doesn't come back to bite us when we do play against Dundalk this season. A couple of other transfers in. We've made a loan transfer from Shelbourne for Owen. I'm not sure how to say that name. If anyone knows how to say that name, please let me know. It's Owen or Ewan. Owen. We'll go with Owen. Owen Mulcahy. We've brought him in as a backup left back. We've only got Kieran Kelly. Well, we've got Kieran Kelly and John Kavanagh that can play at left back. John Kavanagh is our starting right back, and then Kieran Kelly's our starting left back. So if we'd have to move Kavanagh to left back if we wanted to play him there, but obviously we'd have to then put a new right back in. I've sort of lost track of what I'm saying now, but anyway, Mulcahy has been brought in as a backup left back. You can see his tackling of 15 is just tremendous. He can also play at centre back, which is helpful. Marking of 10, heading of 12. He's even better than Derek Meaney, who I just showed you a second ago. A very decent loan signing. The board weren't very happy, or the fans weren't very happy, one of the two, it might have been both of them, with the fact that we've decided to bring in a youngster on loan instead of allowing one of our young players to take that position. But if he does well, then I'm sure they won't mind. And then the final incoming so far is George Kearney. He's a left winger. We didn't really have a backup left winger to Shane Daly-Butts. Thomas Breen can play at left wing, but he's more of a striker. So we brought George Kearney in on a free transfer to hopefully give us some backup left wing. He's pretty decent. He's got 11 first touch, 9 dribbling. His crossing's not that great. His finishing's quite good. So if he does get in those advanced positions, he might score a few goals for us. And he's got decent passing as well, and only 17 years old with determination of 18, so he could be a star for the future. And then the final outgoing is a loan. We've loaned Niall Gallagher to Bray Wanderers. Of course, Niall Gallagher's a centre-back. He played a couple of times for us last season. He's pretty decent as well. He's got 12 tackling, a 10 marking and 8 heading. He's only 19. We've sent him out on loan because he was going to be like third choice backup this season, so give him a bit of game time and hopefully he can come back raring to go and ready to fight for his place in the first team. So looking ahead to this season, and we are predicted by the media and the bookies to finish in 8th place this season, which, to be fair, I would take, because that means that we're not having to play in a relegation playoff and we've not been relegated. So if we finish 8th, I'll be very happy. But now it's time to get into our first game of the season, our first game of this episode against Finn Harps. We are the home side. Of course, nobody's played any games this season, so it's a clean slate. I'm not sure where Finn Harps finished in the league last season. So they were 8th last season, so the position that we're predicted to finish this season. So it should be a pretty close game, I would say. Hopefully we do the business. One thing I forgot to mention in the fixtures when we looked at them, we did actually beat Shamrock Rovers 1-0 in a pre-season friendly. And I'm pretty sure Shamrock Rovers won the league last season. They did. So if that's a sign of things to come, then it could be a good season. Touch wood. So this is the lineup that we're going with. It's the same formation as last season, as the formation that we played most of last season anyway. So we've got Big Trevor Murphy in goal. John Kavanagh right back, Alberkus and Mann are centre backs, Kieran Kelly at left back, Power, Verdon and Buckley in the centre of midfield, Stephen Christopher at right wing, Daly-Butts at left wing and Danny Morrissey up front. Hopefully he can get a similar number of goals this season as he did in the first division last season, where he scored over 20. But first off, we need to get off to a good start. We've also got a squad number we need to give to someone. So Kieran, you can get number 30. Team talk time. And we are going to say that apparently we're favourites. We're favourites for a reason. Go out there and make sure they're left in no doubt as to why. Don't know how we're favourites, but we are. And we head into a tunnel interview, which I'll quickly go through. I am excited. I'm very excited for the start of the season. My relationship with Tim Clancy, apparently it's good. So I'll say we trust each other as the teams line up wearing our classic red and white kit. Finn Harps in their blue kit. And hopefully we can get off to a good start back in the Premier League after one season out. So Danny Morrissey looks like he's picked up an injury, but we're keeping him on for the time being. Christopher's got a free kick in a good place. It's a great shot. It's a good save from Finn Harp's goalkeeper. Danny Morrissey still looks like he's suffering. It's some sort of twisted knee. It says he should be able to play through it though, as the ball's put into the back post and Maher comes to clear that well. And we lose the ball there. Maloney's got it. It's a very, very cynical foul. And Dara Power has picked up his second yellow card of the game. We're only 23 minutes in and we are down to 10 men. This is not the start that we were after. So we're going to make a bit of a change. Verdon's going to become the box-to-box midfielder. Buckley, the ball-winning midfielder. Morrissey is going to drop down to being a shadow striker. And we'll see how that goes for us. Throw in. Kavanagh, deep in the opposition's half. Can he get a ball in? He can. It's headed away by Byrne. And this could be a counter-attacking opportunity for Finn Harps, who of course have the extra man. It's Hughes with the ball forward. Burkus heads it away nicely and Kavanagh's got it again. Plays that forward. Morrissey's chasing. Morrissey's through on goal. It's Danny Morrissey. It's blocked by the defender and cleared eventually by Finn Harps. Somehow we're still managing to make chances despite being a man down as we get to half time at 0-0. So I'm going to say, I'm going to put my fist and say, come on lads, we're down a man, but we can still get a result here. And we'll see if anyone is struggling condition-wise or rating-wise. I feel like that injury is sort of troubling Danny Morrissey a little bit. Both Morrissey and Daly Butts not having the best of games. We've got Kearney and Sven Gertlicker on the bench, who we can bring on. We'll leave it for now. We'll give them about 15 minutes, see if they can improve their ratings. Okay, I think we're going to have to make a change. Morrissey is looking pretty knackered out there. And, what do? We will... Okay, we're going to bring Sven Gertlicker on and we're just going to stick him back up front as an advanced forward on attack. And hope for the best, really. We'll also bring George Kearney on for his first competitive start at left wing, as Daly Butts just isn't doing the business for us today. Free kick, Gertlicker to take in the central position towards Buckley. Buckley heads it! It's in! Gary Buckley! He's scored! We're down to 10 men, but somehow we've taken the lead against Finn Harps. Gary Buckley with, of course, his first goal of the season, a lovely header. Goalkeeper came out, caught in no man's land. Buckley just flicked it without even looking. He had his back to the goal and he flicked it over the top of the goalkeeper. And it's 1-0 to Sligo. Can we hold on to this victory, to this possible victory? We've got a few players that are looking quite tired. We've only got 4 minutes left of the game. I don't know who to bring on. We're going to bring on Connor O'Malley in the box-to-box midfield for Verdon as our final substitution of the game. And hopefully we can hold on. And we do hold on. There's the full-time whistle. It's a 1-0 victory to start life back in the top tier of Irish football. And we are going to outstretch our arms and say, well done, lads. That was a good win for us. An excellent start to the season. We couldn't have wished for better. So that result takes us up to 4th. Only one game gone, of course, but it's still a very good start. We play Waterford in the next game, who beat last season's champions Shamrock Rovers by 5-3. So they look like they could be a bit of a challenge for us in the next match. So we've just received a transfer offer, a loan offer for one of our backup goalkeepers who's been on the transfer list for quite some time. I'm probably going to accept it. I'd quite like to add some sort of option to buy if possible, but I can't do that. So we will just accept it. They're paying 80% of his wages. That helps us quite a bit. Should I put in a monthly fee? Put in a £2,000 monthly fee for playing and a £1,000 monthly fee for unused. Suggest terms. They've come back with that. Okay, yeah, it's better than nothing. 65 quid for when he plays, 425 when he doesn't. I'll accept that. And other good news, Thomas Breen has recovered from his injury. I didn't even mention to you that he'd been injured, but he'd been out for 4 weeks with a thigh strain, so he's back in full training now. So here we are. It's time for the second game of the season. We are away to top of the table Waterford, who of course, as I mentioned, defeated last season's champions Shamrock Rovers by 5-3 in the last match. We do have to make one change, unfortunately. Darragh Power, of course, getting sent off in the last match. So we are going to move Buckley into the ball-winning midfield role. And then David Corley. Is that his name? Is it David? I've forgotten his name. Yeah, David Corley, I was right. I should have believed in myself. Is going to play in the box-to-box midfield role. Power is obviously not going to be able to play on the bench today. So we will put James Quinn on the bench in his place. Quinn, who was, I believe, on loan last season, out on loan at Athlone Town. He's a pretty decent player. Still quite young, 19 years old. He's got 9 passing. His heading's quite good as well in 10. Still with a lot to improve, but with determination of 11, I'm hoping he can do that. And especially if he gets a bit more game time, or a bit of game time even, for us this season. Of course, last game, Daly Butts and Morrissey had a pretty torrid time. Morrissey, I'm going to blame on the fact that he had a bit of an injury, but Daly Butts is going to get dropped for this game. We're going to allow Kearney his first start. George Kearney in left wing. And Thomas Breen, I'd like to bring him onto the bench, but he's only recommended 45 minutes of action, so I'm not going to do that. However, I am going to replace Gertlicker on the bench with this guy, Darragh Kenny, one of our youngsters. He looks pretty decent. He's got 10 finishing, 10 first touch. It's quite nice. He's played in a couple of friendlies for us, scored 3 goals, 2 assists, average rating 7.68. If he comes off the bench and grabs a goal for us, that'll be helpful. If not, he's had a bit of experience sitting on a bench in a first team game. So team talk time, and we are going to say we're the underdogs here. That suits us down to the ground. Let's go and cause an upset. So the teams are lined up, and again it's the same colours as the last match. Waterford are playing in blue. We are in our standard red home kit, and hopefully we can get a decent result today in a game against a difficult Waterford side, as they have a throw-in early on. Grant gives it to Bone. Now McCourt, Corley almost tackling there. Moore's on the edge of the box, gives it back to Grant on the wing. Ball in the box, headed away by Albercus. Wilson with another chance to get the ball in. Plays it back to Moore instead. Now it's in the box. It's a volley and it's just over the bar there. It was a great attempt from Waterford very early on, but we somehow managed to get away with it. Throw in, inside their half. Kavanagh takes it, gives it to Christopher. His cross is blocked, but Corley's got it now in the centre of the field. Plays it out wide left to Kearney. Now Kieran Kelly, the left back, ball in. Morrissey's there. Morrissey with a header. And Danny Morrissey's got off the mark for this season. He's got his first goal. A wonderful header. An excellent ball in as well. And Sligo have taken the lead away to top of the table, Waterford. Kearney played it back to the left back, Kieran Kelly, who put a beautiful ball on a plate for Morrissey, who heads that in, the type of goal that he was just renowned for scoring last season in the First Division. He's managed to do it in the Premier Division too. Free kick for Waterford, deep in their own half. Boone plays it forward, headed away by Marn. Now Corley's got it to Verdon, back to Corley. Verdon finds Kearney on the left-hand side. Can he get a ball in? He's going to play it back to Kelly. Another ball in the box from him. Morrissey's there! That connection between Kieran Kelly and Danny Morrissey today is unreal. He just seems to know exactly where to put the ball for Morrissey to get a goal. Kearney, of course, had the ball here on the left wing, plays it back to the left back, Kieran Kelly, and he plays a lovely ball in for Morrissey to tap it home with his left foot. He's on course for a perfect hat-trick. He's got a header, he's got the left-footed goal, he just needs the right-footed goal, and he could have the perfect hat-trick. As we reach half-time at 2-0, and we have looked much the better side in this one. I'm going to say I'm very pleased with the performance. Keep it going, lads, as we take a look to see how everyone's condition is. It's pretty decent. Verdon's on a yellow card, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. Performance-wise, everyone's playing pretty okay. No one I'm concerned about. So we're just going to leave it as it is for the second half. Hopefully we can go out there and do the same again. And hopefully Morrissey can get himself a hat-trick. Throw in for Waterford, just inside our half. Bone throws it to Coote. Back to McKenna. Now it's Moore. Through ball to Grant. This is dangerous. It's Grant. It's off the post and Albercus is there to clear it away. We got away with one there. That was a very dangerous opportunity for Waterford to get a goal back. And they're still coming. Moore with the corner. Goes through everyone and cleared by Marn. Now Morrissey is on the counter-attack. But he gets tripped there. Surely that's a free kick. McKenna, it looked like he could be in trouble apparently, but he didn't get anything. Ball in the box. Morrissey's there. It's just wide. So close to Morrissey's hat-trick. Throw in, deep in their half. Kelly gives it to Kearney. Ball in the box from him. Claimed very well by O'Shea, the Waterford goalkeeper there, who launches that ball forward. And Coote is somehow through on goal. It's Coote. It's a great save from Big Trevor in the goal there. Saved our blushes as that ball was just embarrassingly went through our entire defence in midfield to put Coote through on goal. And was that Mann there that heads away the ball? I think it was. As Morrissey comes away with it, but he gets tackled by White, and we are hopefully going to make a change now. So Danny Morrissey is looking quite tired, so we're going to take him off and give Dara Kenny his first appearance for us, his first competitive appearance. We will also take off Stephen Christopher. Daly Butts can come on at right wing, and then finally Sam Verdon is going to come off, and we will bring on Conor O'Malley for him. So all three subs have been made. It's a throw-in, a chance for Waterford. Ball in the box. Grant's there, it's headed away, and Dara Kenny has the ball now, the substitute. Can he do anything special with it in this small amount of time he's got? He gives it to Kearney at the left wing, and that's a good tackle from White, but Kearney's got it again in the corner flag, blocked and cleared, headed away by Mann, but Waterford are coming on the attack again. It's Grant running down this right-hand side, beats our defender for pace, but Alberkis wins the ball in the box. Ball back in. Coote's there on the volley. It's disallowed for offside. Coote thought he'd scored there. He thought he'd got a goal back to make this a very interesting final 5 minutes of the game, but he was just offside, man. Just from that flick on. And there's the full-time whistle. We make it 2 wins out of 2 on our return to the Premier Division in Ireland. We're going to outstretch our arms and say, people had written us off today. You've proved them all wrong. Well done on a great result. So there's confirmation. After 2 games back in the Irish Premier Division, we are sitting comfortably in 3rd place, level top of course on points, just with a slightly worse off-goal difference than Shelburne and Bohemian. So looking ahead to the next episode, we are going to play the games against Shamrock Rovers, last season's champions, and Bohemian, the team currently in 2nd place in the league, which means off camera I will play the games against Galway United, Shelburne, St Pat's Athletic and Dundalk. Of course, the game against Dundalk will be coming up against our former player Emmett Keady, so that should be interesting. But that is it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel to get all my content when it comes out, hit the notification bell to stay notified, and I'll see you next time.